Restlessness and disappointment plague Shu for days. Do your best, huh, Kisike? It's easy to say when you're not the one here trying to find stuff. And on top of all this, I've got final exams going on. Can't this stupid killer have some more consideration? Maybe I should just time travel once this is all over and ace my exams to make up for it. You should. He sighs, feeling an unusual sense of self-loathing. I wonder exactly when this will all be over. After getting his stuff together, he heads back to his dorms with his brothers. There's nothing to do here. I've looked all over the place for evidence and I'm getting nothing. I've hit a wall. I know Yukinari didn't kill himself, but I'm running out of time and opportunities to make things right. This isn't like the time with Masaharu or Chiaki. What the hell am I supposed to do? Clicking his tongue in annoyance, Shu rises from his desk. What's up? Done studying? Nothing's sticking in my head. I'm gonna go get some fresh air. Okay, just don't stay out too late. Yes, Mum. I was gonna say, what are you, my parent? I can do what I want, Chiaki. Grr, teenage rebellion and so on. After spending an hour at the park, Shu's spirits still haven't lifted one bit. There's more sun than that coming through, isn't there? Apparently not. Why do I feel like nothing will change no matter what I do? This won't get me anywhere. Just as Shu leaves the park, however, he feels the impact of someone small running into him. Well, is this just a little mini Ryu? Well, watch it. He looks down and sees a young boy wincing on the ground. You should really look before running around, kid. Shut up! Just what I need, some brat to finish off this great day I've been having. He's clearly important because he has a sprite. Hey. You haven't seen a set of keys lying around here, have you? First you want me to shut up, now you're asking me questions. Okay. I'm sorry, okay, I'm just trying real hard to find something I lost. You have to go slower than sprinting into people. Maybe no one's told this little boy this. You lost your keys, huh? Yeah. Well, sorry, I haven't seen him. Thanks for nothing. The boy trudges past Shu, but as Shu starts walking in the other direction, he hears the boy mutter, "What do I do now?" That key-chan was matching with brothers. This stops Shu dead in his tracks. We've changed. We're going to help this fucking kid. We're going to sit here and we're going to help him. Brother, huh? I have a soft spot for people who care about their family. Jeez, when did I become so sensitive? We've changed, that's why. The disappointed look on the boy's face reminds Shu a little too much of himself. He's about to call out to the boy when Shu notices a small capsule on the ground where they collided. Capsule toy. Must have fallen out of his pocket earlier, huh? But a kid left his keys behind when he stopped to get this. Typical. He picks up the capsule, and when he looks up, the boy is looking through some bushes nearby. He'll be there for a bit, right? Shu steps behind a tree to discreetly scan the capsule with his watch. I don't really want to save it, but I can at least get some information about where he picked this up. This is terrible! Oh my god. Sure, why not? We'll keep going on. As expected, the time shown is just a few hours before. Shu expects the toy is connected to the boy's feeling of excitement when receiving it. Hey kid. Huh? You talking to me? What's that attitude? Makes me want to mess with him a bit. It's because you were a bit of a dick as well. Yeah, want to know a secret? Depends on what it is. I'm an Esper. If you ask me really nicely, I'll use my psychic powers to find your keys for you. Better to mix in a half-truth to try and make up a story that he'll have to remember and keep up with. That sounds totally implausible. Oh really? So I guess you don't want to know then? There's no such thing as Espers. Oh, you don't know that for sure, though. What is that face we're pulling? Oh my god. Right, just because you've never met one doesn't mean they don't exist. Well, I suppose that's true. Just buying it like that. Alright, Esper, show me what you've got. With practiced flair, Shu leads the kid to the shopping district. You came here earlier, didn't you? Yeah, but how did you... Shu pulls the capsule toy from his pocket. You dropped this when you ran into me and I reasoned things out. Sure enough, after a couple minutes of searching, the keys turn up. The storekeeper from the place where the boy had purchased this capsule toy was holding onto the keys the whole time. You weren't an Esper after all, but it helps you find your keys, right? That doesn't mean you're an Esper. You're just a punk who lies to kids. Alright, fuck you. Whatever. I'm gonna fucking run away with your keys. That's your attitude. Fuck it. You're really not cute, you little brat. Still, thank you very much. You're too kind. Why are we standing in the middle of the road? I've just realised. That seems incredibly dangerous. Shu, looks down at the keys in the boy's hand and notices a bright red keychain. It seems to be in the shape of some sort of superhero character. It's really important to you, isn't it? The keychain, I mean. Sorry, I heard you talking to yourself about it earlier. It's okay, you're right. It's really important. Next time, don't lose it if it's so important to you. What sort of thing is there to say like that? I know what she's going through, but that makes no sense without any context. Jesus. Besides, I'll be sure to pay you for your trouble. Pay me? How? Just a moment. The boy rummages through his backpack for a few moments before pulling something out and pushing it into Shu's hand. It's a piece of chocolate. There, now we're square, right? Sure, kid, sure. Just be more careful next time, and this might sound weird coming from me, but you shouldn't just follow people. You shouldn't just follow after people you don't know. It's dangerous. I will. That is completely true, to be fair. That's probably how Yukinari ended up dying. For some reason, though, the boy should be happy to have found his keychain. There's a sad look in his eyes. Before Shu can dwell on it, the boy runs off while waving. Thanks again, bye! Shu waves until the boy is out of sight. Despite himself, he feels touched by what just occurred. It's not too late yet. As long as I have the time machine, there's still a lot I can do. I can't just give up on Yukinari so easily. Feeling like some of the weight have been lifted from his shoulders, Shu heads back to the dorms. What heroes we are. We learnt nothing. Wonder what happens if we just don't help him. I guess we get less sensitive. Probably. When the final exam period is over, Shu sits in his room pretending to read a book on his bed in case someone comes in. Behind the book's pages, he's hiding a map of the aquarium. I don't even know how many times I've gone over this. Oh wow, we're wearing new clothing now. I don't think I've seen this jacket before. Short-sleeved. Odd choice for a jacket that's supposed to warm you up. I think that's more of a fashion accessory than it is actual fulfilling its purpose, but whatever. There's no evidence left there anymore. I don't know what to do. Am I really stuck at a dead end? Just then, Shu's stomach growls. Sighing, he shuts the book. Well, can't save anyone on an empty stomach. I guess you can, like, easily. Time doesn't pass. He hoists himself off the bed and walks downstairs in search of food. Before Shu has a chance to raid the fridge, he notices his brother Natsume leaning against the counter reading a cookbook. Hey there, Natsume. Ah, Shu trying to sneak some food in before dinner. He's acting completely normally. Of course he is! Shu's not sure that he's completely come to terms with what happened between him and Natsume yet, but for now there's nothing he can do but accept the situation. That's the point. Last episode, you guys told me not to change anything. So, I was going to, but listen to you guys, and now I'm not. Now we just have to live with the fact that Natsume is holding a lot of beef up inside. I would guess that's probably fueled by his parents constantly blaming him for a death that wasn't actually his fault. His brother doesn't want to share and there's nothing he can do at present to make him. So Shu just shrugs and plays it cool. I kind of forgot to eat lunch. And again, you're so unhealthy, Shu. I'm afraid you'll just collapse one of these days. It's not like I meant to skip a meal, you know? Even so, sorry Natsume. I'm really not in the mood to argue. Natsume gets weirdly stubborn about things sometimes. As long as you understand how important nutrition is, well, it's a little early. But how about I cook you something? We can't have you going hungry. I would totally agree with Natsume, and I'm terrible as well. Because it's like 4 o'clock and I haven't eaten lunch and I barely had breakfast. Whatever, details, details. Ooh, can I have pasta? What did I just say about being healthy? Hey! I'm as thin as a fucking stick. I can have pasta if I want. Jesus. Yeah, I'll be super healthy starting tomorrow. Natsume sighs and massages his temples in exasperation. Fine, but tomorrow you have to eat vegetables. I'll be checking on you to make sure that you ate. Okay, as long as they're not onions. Fucking devil's food, I tell you. Natsume starts boiling the water and getting ingredients together. The only sounds you can hear are from the stove and clinking utensils. The dorms are so quiet. Everyone's recovering from the exam period. Those exams were, well, they were intense. Shu raises an eyebrow dubiously, but Natsume predictably doesn't elaborate. Quiet is hard to deal with, though. It makes my room feel even emptier. Though Natsume doesn't say anything specific, it's clear to Shu just where the conversation is going. This has nothing to do with exams. It's not like you to bring up this kind of subject, Natsume. You think? Seemed to me that it's really what you wanted to talk about. Hey, I didn't want to talk about that at all. I'm just fucking hungry. Really? I hardly knew Yukinari. It's sad, yeah, but you said his name, not me. Shu has trouble articulating his thoughts. I'm not exactly lying, but jeez, why is Natsume going out of his way to talk about this? I don't want to talk about it. Even as he thinks that, though, Shu knows it's not true. He longs to talk to someone, anyone, about the burden he bears. He wants reassurance that everything will turn out okay. People are being murdered. That is a very difficult thing to assure, I'm sorry. Maybe that's how Natsume felt the other day about me getting in his face. You don't really believe that he committed suicide, do you? Shu finally decides to ask this after thinking things over. I think we skipped a line there. Yeah. No, I don't. He enjoyed life all too much to want to end his. Natsume's response is the nearest thing to comfort that Shu can have. Once the pasta is done, Natsume thankfully changes the subject. As Shu eats, the two of them spend some quiet time together. Brotherly love in the weirdest way in the world. One Thursday morning, the final exam results are finally posted. Shu's abysmal scores don't surprise him. Like I could study with all this going on. I wonder if this will be different after I save Yukinari. He has gotten used to his memories of events shifting after solving a case, but it's still a bit strange to think about it. Well, it's not like I'm great at studying normally anyway. We did abysmally. Wow. I think we need to do a little better than abysmally. Unfortunately, having a time machine doesn't put food on the table. Actually, couldn't you just teleport yourself? Couldn't you just write out notes? Like write something on a note and then go into run to a store. Quickly go active, quickly go invisible again. Done. I mean, that a time machine could actually... You don't need money with a time machine. Man. The next day, Shu and his brothers arrive home from school to see a crowd of people standing around the common room. What's going on? Is this some kind of event? I didn't hear anything about an event at the dorms today. I'll go check it out. Natsume walks away but returns after a minute or two. It looks like Yukinari's brother is here. Well, shit. He's gonna blame Natsume. Shit, that's gonna make his mood even worse. Oh god. Shu finally manages to spot someone he guesses is Yukinari's older brother through the crowd. He's flanked on each side by a stern-looking bodyguard. Of course. That just looks like Natsume's face. If anyone has any information about Yukinari, I would very much appreciate to hear it. I don't think my brother committed suicide. I can't accept that he would do such a thing, please. After he says this, his two bodyguards start to lead him away while lecturing him about how much work he has left to do. Can't you understand how important this is? So hang on a second. His bodyguards are lecturing him on this? That's so harsh. Why? They're bodyguards. That's not your fucking job. Just as Yukinari's brother is about to be led out the front door, his gaze falls on Shu and he immediately strides over to the Mamma Mia brothers. You're the Mamma Mias, right? That's right, known through Sweden and globally. Huh? Yeah, I knew it. Yuki told me about you three. As soon as I saw you, I knew you had to be the ones he spoke of. Tall, blonde, and slightly docile. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, how rude of me. I'm Toshimasa. I never know whether that's Masa or Masa. We'll go with Masa. Toshimasa. I'm Yukinari's older brother. Oh, how nice to meet you. Did you have business with us? I heard you asking about Yukinari. Yes, I'll be frank. The truth is, I really don't believe that my brother committed suicide. I'm trying to gather some more information before the funeral, but... well, the rest of the family isn't taking it as seriously as I am. Toshimasa looks as if he hasn't slept in a long time. I mean, to be fair, if that hair isn't perfect, it's always going to look old. His family's got it pretty rough, though. The bodyguards try to usher Toshimasa away, but he shrugs them off. I don't have a lot of time today. As you can see, these guys just won't leave me be. An idea seems to dawn on him suddenly because he pulls out his wallet. After a little bit of digging, Toshimasa produces a scrap of paper and he scribbles something on it with a pen and he fishes out of his pocket. Please, if you have time at all this weekend, I'd really like to talk to you more about this. Just ask me at the gate and I'll make sure I'll let you in. He pushes the paper into Natsume's hand. I really don't think... Please? You all don't think Yuki committed suicide either, do you? No, I don't. Shu responds without a moment's hesitation, surprising even himself. Toshimasa's worried face breaks into a relieved but tired smile. If you answer that quickly, you're going to come across as fucking suspected for being the killer. Let's just worry about that now. Although we do have an alibi, I think, because we were asleep, but whatever. Thank you, I've written the address on that paper for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Toshimasa finally allows himself to be led away. Shu, is it really okay? Yeah, if you or Masaharu died, I think I'd be frantically trying to dig up more info too, so... Natsume smiles and ruffles Shu's hair gently. What have we said about not fucking touching the hair? You're so mature, Shu. Please. More like he's finally learned how to sympathise with people some. He's evolved from being an amoeba to a flatworm. We're gonna fucking go back and murder Masaharu if that's his attitude. But whatever. Shu rolls his eyes. Whatever, Masaharu. I know you're proud of me too. Yeah, don't let it get to your head or anything. The three brothers then separate to go their separate dorm rooms for the evening, promising to meet up later for dinner. I get to go to Yukinari's house, finally someplace new to investigate. This might be the break I'm looking for. I have to do everything I can to save Yukinari. There's a lot I can do, so I can't give up here. Oh god, your idea is to start stealing things from his house. Ah, this is going to go poorly. Chiding himself a little for thinking such cheesy shonen hero-esque thoughts, Shu returns to his room alone. There is no way this ends well. Ever. Oh man, the weekend rolls around. Shu hardly has time to think about what to do before he and Natsume go to the estate, following the directions that Toshimasa wrote for them. I wish Masaharu could have come too. It couldn't be helped, he had his reasons. Yeah. He said that he didn't really know much about Yukinari since they were just classmates. I don't really know if I have anything valuable to say either. Hey, we're coming along as moral support, that's why we're here. But I have another reason for coming here anyway. Just have to try not to get caught. Oh no, I don't want to do this at all. They soon arrive at the Hosokawa estate, tucked away in a quiet part of Nagasaki. It's surrounded by flat, undeveloped land. You think the Hosokawas own all of this? He gestures towards the landscape. Probably. Why don't they just sell off their land? They could make a killing off real estate, wouldn't they? I can't imagine they use it all. Yes, but maybe they don't want to be disturbed. That idea causes Shu to freeze up a bit. I wonder if me and Natsume are being too naive coming here so casually. I mean, Yukinari and his family didn't exactly get along, did they? What if they're really stuffy people? What if they were really the murderer and looking for people who, like, didn't think it was suicide? It's not. But, like, imagine if it was, you know? Well, it's too late to worry about that, I guess. The two of them walk up to the gate where two men in suits and sunglasses are standing in an intimidating fashion. Sheesh, they've even got guards. They have bodyguards. You're surprised they have security in their house? Of course they are. I'm Natsume Mamamiya, and this is my brother Shu. We were invited here by Toshimawa Hosokawa. He's expecting us. After the guards check the students' IDs, the two of them are allowed up into the estate. Man, that is a nice scenery. I would not mind living here at all. This place is huge. Shu whispers to his older brother once the two men have walked quite a ways down the corridor. It would make for a pretty interesting game of hide and seek. That has nothing to do with what I just said. The attendant that escorted them inside leaves them to wait in an area near the courtyard. Shu stares out at the well-kept landscape. It sort of feels like I'm in a whole different world. I'm probably in way over my head. You are. We're going to have to steal something. I don't want to do this, but we're going to have to. Alright, prepare for, like, the next 20 minutes of me just screaming, shaking, and constantly going, after every sentence.